morning, Anthony. Today, Spanish class number 2. Okay, Spanish class number 2. We're gonna learn the sounds. The composition book from yesterday, I told you, it's for writing the sounds the way English sounds. When I was learning my English classes, I wrote in every letter the way it sounds in Spanish. Like A, then I write the letter E and the letter I because that's the way it sounds in Spanish. So now you're gonna do just the same thing in English, okay? So the sounds in ABC is a little different, and it helps if you memorize them like the little song, okay? Let's see if I can. Let's see. I'm thinking I could play my phone like this, and I'm thinking you guys are watching. See, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. They're supposed to have a way that we see here, because this is the only tool I have. My phone, I don't have a recorder camera with tripod, and this is very handy to connect with my viewers and connect with you, Anthony, in 1 minute. Isn't it? Okay. A, B, C, Che, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, J, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Ahora lo voy a decir como me están viendo a mí. A, B, ¿sí? B, because the V is V, this one. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, J, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R. If you cannot sound R the way it is, do not worry. Just keep going. R, S, just the way it sounds in your own language. R. If it sounds very R, don't worry. Because the most important thing is that we can understand each other when we speak language, and it's a matter of practice. Mostly when you visit, if you are learning Spanish and you visit a Spanish country, you will learn faster. Like I was learning English, I came in the United States and learn faster because of the environment. Okay, so that's why you have to do if you really want to improve one of the language that you're learning. Okay. R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, y Z. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. The sounds. You can help yourself with the sounds if you really want to learn this language for fun. If you are a millionaire and have so much money and you don't know what to do and it's raining, you cannot go to your golf thing and you're already retired. I don't know. I'm thinking there's way to see that the life still is beautiful. That's the most important thing. And enjoy the little goals. This is what you are thinking, but the little goals that you just accomplished, it should make you alive, isn't it? Okay, that's the class for today. And then we're gonna learn some next time. You can go use own sources with the ABC, and Spanish is A, B, C, H, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. We learned it when I was little in a different way. We learned it as A, B, C, H, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Because we were little, we needed to do some type of sound and things like that. But we did it really fast. And we had our ABC cartilla didn't look like that. It had everywhere on the marketplaces. They sell it. That it used to. I don't know. I haven't told them to, because I ask for weird things when they go there. And I said, bring this. Sometimes they don't bring it. They're embarrassed. And I said, bring me this. And then I said, oh, no. He told me, no, I didn't want to bring you that. Because things that they're not here. They are not selling here because it's a more sophisticated way of having it. But our grandparents or grandmothers used to have things like that, and I want to have them. And one of them is this, the cartilla. It was coloring, it was plaster 5, and every one of the little kids had it on their hand. Okay, A, B, C, H, D, A, B, C, H, A, B, C, H, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, I hope you like Spanish class for today. And I'm going to invite you to go with me to the park after the class. Because the class is just simple. And the other things of life are the things that we are dealing in every day, and it doesn't look like it's as simple as it is like learning a new language. But when you learn a new language, see, I have to focus with my 18 years old. With the pandemic, these 18 years olds are different of performance. Before the pandemic, they were trying to do just like they were just trying to do, I would say, going to work and worry about driving, taking their cars, and it doesn't happen with this, because I had the three kids, different ages. Then all of them, similarly, they were looking for jobs when they were 16. They didn't wait when they were 16 to start driving. So I'm used to that they being like, okay, rushing me for them to learn how to drive. And then I told the dad, and the dad got involved, and I go to the school every day with them. Has helped me to help them to be ready. But this one, and because of the pandemic, it's different. Then my husband and I said, okay, focus on the kid. And this one that needs to be learning, needs to be driving, needs to get a job, needs to go back to school, didn't want to go back to school. And I said, okay, let's say what he said, that he was very, very tired, and we still have until next year to worry about that. Yeah, he already told me, yes, he's going back to school, to college. He's going to start college, because I told him, they're going to start paying. I told him. But actually, if it doesn't, then I'm thinking I could do that. But I had to show some type of commitment that I want to pay him to go to school. I would say that's what rich people should think. But they don't think that way. They pay the tuitions, but they don't pay them. So they have to pay them. I think they do when they give them a credit card for their expenses, they're doing. But, and they pay the bill when they spend the things and ask for every detail. I think if we pay them, and that's the way they want to spend it, we can tell or suggest, hey, try to use your money wiser, or, I don't know. But when they earn the money, they're supposed to pay with their own fund, things like that. So I was telling him, and he was excited right there on board. So, okay, but I haven't told my husband yet. Okay, so now I did not plan this. This is what happened. I went, and at this point, I'm talking with people that know how to pray. If you don't know how to pray, then that's your starting point. You need to learn how to pray. You need to go. I haven't said this before, because if you don't have this type of connection, you won't be able to get it, because it is hard. I didn't have this routine. I went to my knees, I went to my God, and I got guided. I think I had that. And I had said I'm supposed to go back and regain my routine for my exercise. And see, this is my environment. Only cross the street. But what happened? We don't value what we have. And I drive to the other side, because I left the park that have a lot of bars. But this is a good starting point. I'm gonna enjoy it because I don't have to spend gas. And I run like 6 over there. And every round is almost a mile. And I haven't jogged or run for, I would say, months or over a year, I would say. So I have a new meaning of my life, and I'm gonna keep focusing what I have been accomplished, and when I think about fixed income, I need to have a fixed income. Everyone. Then every level have a different type of fixed income. And women must know that. Okay? So now I'm talking about those that have husband and they're on the field and they're not committed to nobody, their wives, because many years of performing this way, so they're not willing to. So we have this type of resources now that you girls can do if you don't want to give up on your marriage. Okay, so if you're a girl, because I'm thinking if I'm talking to my son, my viewers still can see the same, and I'm gonna be focused on my status, because what my husband tells me, because I have God. But I've been having my videos. I'm not giving up my YouTube channel. I'm not giving up my Facebook sources. I'm not giving up my video cards. I'm not giving up what I have done up to this moment. I'm adding up because now life had new meaning to me. Remember? So going back to the stepping out from poverty, we have to know there's people that already have been stepped out from poverty at one point, but pandemic have left them hopeless. Raise your hand. I told you, must need to learn how to pray. Oh no, I don't believe that and that. Then it's gonna be harder for you, because I just closed the month of August. A month of August, we are in September. You probably have behind 3 months. You went on that drop that not paying for 3 months, and now you are underwater, your mortgage, you're thinking there's no way out. And you have thought about, please, about, no, keep going. Never think that way. If you have a God, God is the owner of the richness. But you have to learn how to have access. The access that God wants it. You know, because some of them have been the one pulling people from poverty, and suddenly they say, this is not the suddenly I was expecting, the pandemic. And now they were the one teaching how to step. They went up from poverty, and now they're the one. You are in a better position now, because you're gonna, with your faith, because faith is not a magic thing. Faith is having a greater source than ourselves. That's why we have to have God. Because many people are before, oh, I don't believe in God because I've been working so hard. And yeah, we work hard, and God, the invincible God, hand of God comes, and you know what? It will happen. He will pull out from that big hole if you are one of those. But you need to believe. There have been a lot of solutions for problems of this type, financing. I heard people get rid of their goods that they've been accomplished, they've been getting in a hard way, working hard, doubling shift. I said no. If you have more than one before the pandemic, I have before the pandemic. Some people during the pandemic they went in shop. I had it before the pandemic. See, people have greater faith. I went to the pandemic. I went. See how beautiful this park is. See, the kids. I have my little children here, and I was just, we used to walk on there. It was fun. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. Really did enjoy it again, believe it or not. Maybe I like kids. Maybe that's a desire I had, and God said, okay, I'm gonna please you. But then the system don't have that. That's another thing I told God this morning. I said, God, system doesn't have that, and women don't feel good. It's so hard. It's so hard, but I know hard for God. And He wants to whoever wants to be ready for the fixed income, go after it. And if you're already there, excellent. But for those like me with a new meaning in their life, aging grandparentship, then you have a much better focus, because you're not young anymore. You all can put doubling shift and things like that when you're almost 60, right? Very retirement years. Okay, so now you still have those young teenagers. It's up to you whether you're in agreement with your husband, but never think negatively. I was not this excited when I wake up, regardless of my accomplishments. Accomplishments and that small accomplishments. I felt because this is prayer. Prayer is talking with your best friend, and that's God. I'm going to focus on God, because if I don't tell Him that's my source, then I won't be teaching you right. I will be teaching like, okay, I had to tell them all these. Where did she got that energy from? And the way that she is financially, or the way his system is being against, or haven't been built out. Then we need to invent it. The first thing, if you go to the Word of God, they're gonna tell you to learn how to honor your wife and how to honor your husband. Oh, we're being honor my husband. He's being a JRK. You're doing your part. Oh, I've been honoring my wife, but it's not enough for her. You're doing your part. God will make you at one point to help each other save the relationship. And you girls, you men have gained a status. And when He tells you, I don't want you to do that, because He must feel embarrassed in front of the followers, or because He's a leader, you listen and talk to God and ask Him for how to invent a new system for women that are facing this type of situations. And if you don't get it, you keep asking for help, like we've been teaching us, and He will show up. Well, how can He gonna abandon you? No. God is a beautiful Father, and the most source that we could find. And you find it right away. I went on my knees crying, and this and that. I go, okay, I'm going. See, because you're supposed to retain your priorities, then yourself. But you haven't had your exercises, your morning exercises, no longer there. Then you regain it, and maybe when you come, then you're not gonna get those cravings for ice cream. Then you're gonna get those cravings for too much sugar, or too much going out for dinner, or you're gonna have more selections when you go groceries, or you don't have to starve. If you already mastered fasting, you don't need to keep mastering fasting. Now you need to keep mastering something. Like me, it would be good mastering fasting, but I don't want to start. But then you could say, well, but I don't want to be under pills. Excellent. See, at this point, I have these overweight problems since I was little, because if we don't know better, what are we gonna give it to our children? Our anxiety. Then you go with your children and say, the same thing is like the doctor would say, well, she's not doing good, because she is the one taking the little boy to have the ice cream. And before it was only one, because we had once a month, the ice cream. And now it was, every time that we can go shopping and we don't have that much, and then we say, well, whatever. Then God redirect our life. And I would say, you learn how to pray when you're going to church. I went and I learned to pray. I was talking to God when I was in my with my friends. But I would say, see, I don't know. That's what I learned. I didn't know better. I went to church. I learned. I got engaged, but I was only me and my kids. Then I was having so much fun doing the kids at school and the church. Suddenly, there was no support from my husband to keep doing the same way. Then I had to stop, and then I said, okay, I learned all of this, but then on my life I need to get rid of that, and I'm still in there. Then if you already got this is the different situation, I have to focus on that. So that's why I don't purchase that much. I do not go out, and then I start inventing why I don't have purchasing power if I'm supposed to, if I'm working hard every day, why I have, and those why go to God, and those are the science experiments. I'm supposed to have purchasing power because I'm been working, but we are limited only of the credit system and of debt. Then we can reinvent it. I went yesterday, I get disappointed, that's why I'm sad. The percentages of interest are 23%, 24%, from 27, 29 to 24 only. And I said, this is not what I'm looking for. I was the way I did it before, but in Stanford, that was not that option, okay? Because they probably looking for another choices. Then I said, okay, no problem. I'm gonna be focused on my fixed income, the way that I put it in my heart, that coming through my husband. If you are the one that your husband is at home and you're the one with the income, if he haven't been hired, or he doesn't want to do some type of job as a small business administration, because probably he's already getting a grandparent, or he just don't feel like doing that. Then, or he doesn't have your support, you don't want to see him doing that, then you're going to start give him a check, and that will be his fixed income. Trust me. If you still love your husband, and you are 30 years of married, 20 years of married, don't let him, again, he sits at home, and when you come back, he has things done, but some days are down, and you're feeling like he's getting sick. I don't know. But you can talk to him, give him solutions. And no, but he's the one being handling the finances just precisely so he can feel motivated. Yeah, but he's gonna have a check written under his name. And he's gonna open an account with that little money that it will be your starting point. He is the one doing the finances. He mostly gonna put it in there as well, but at least it's something different. I offered this to my husband the other day, and we didn't got support because my husband signed my check with no problem, and I don't think downgraded at all, because I'm working and he's the one getting the money. You working and somebody else getting the money. Don't set up for less. You have the power of God. You know what you do? Keep persevering in your marriage. Keep persevering in what you believe. And don't let people come and shop and earn and eat your harvest. Don't do that. Don't let them. If they do, they have to share it with you. Okay? God bless you, and I bless your day.